See here, this is the crust and crust are superimposed together, and trough are superimposed together. But here you see, this is the crust, it is the crust and it is the crust. Here you see, it is the trough and it is the crust. So these two are superimposed together. So the resultant wave, if you can see, if you see the resultant wave, wherever the crust and crust are superimposed together, there we will get the maxima. Where the crust and trough are superimposed together, we will get the minima. Means that, so you will get the maxima and minima, and maxima and minima, maxima and minima will form. So this is maxima, we call it is the maxima, and it is the minima. Similarly, it is maxima, and it is minima. Like this, maxima and minima will form. One maxima and one minima constitute one maxima and one minima constitute one beat. This is the beat. One maxima and one minima constitute one beat. Number of beats per second will give you beat frequency. Number of beats per second. Number of beats per second will give the beat frequency. Simple it is. So what is a beat and what is a beat frequency? Explained here. Suppose two waves are superimposed together with a slightly phase difference. So maxima and minima, or waxing and waning, will form. So maxima and minima will form. One maxima and one minima will constitute one beat. Number of beats per second will give you the beat frequency. Okay, so that is the beat frequency. What is the use of these beats? I told you that to find the frequency of the given tuning fork. Suppose they will give you one tuning fork. So this is the tuning fork. I don't know what is the frequency of this tuning fork. That we can find out by using this beats method. Okay, right. So how we can find the frequency of the unknown tuning fork, that we will explain here. So just let us consider. You take one problem. Just I am taking one problem here. You see. Suppose it is tuning fork A. The frequency of this tuning fork is NA is equal to 230 Hz. Means per 1 second it is giving 230 vibrations. 230 Hz means it is giving for 1 second 230 vibrations. Now it is tuning fork B. I don't know the value of this fork B. I don't know. Now these two are vibrated together. These two tuning forks are vibrated together. Then I am getting beat frequency is equal to 4 beats per second. 4 beats per second. In the problem itself they have given like this. So two tuning forks A and B are vibrated together, then 4 beats per second are produced. The frequency of tuning fork A is 230 Hz, and we don't know the frequency of the tuning fork B. That we are going to find out. Okay, so 4 beats per second. So what is the probability of the tuning fork B to produce 4 beats? So that we can see. What is the beat frequency? Now only I told you the difference of these two tuning forks will give the beat frequency, slightly phase difference. That is. So here, so the frequency of this tuning fork B have two values. That is like either 234 Hz, or one more probability is there, that is 226 Hz. 226 Hz. Suppose it is 226 Hz, difference of these two will give you 4 beats. Or if it is 234 Hz, difference of these two also will give you 4 beats. But now, which one is correct? Either it is 234 Hz or it is 226 Hz. That we are going to find out. To find it, go for the problem and read the second step of the problem. So in the problem itself they will give you like this. For example, case 1. In case 1, okay, suppose tuning fork A is loaded with wax. Tuning fork A is loaded with wax. Tuning fork A is loaded with wax and then vibrated together. So this is NB, and then I am not changing any thing for this tuning fork B, but tuning fork A is loaded with wax. Okay, right, and then these two are vibrated together. Then beat frequency, now new beat frequency means apparent frequency, this is equal to they have given like this, 2 beats per second. 2 beats per second. Okay, then find what is the frequency of tuning fork B. That's the given question. So whatever it may be, so in tuning fork A, the frequency of this tuning fork A is 230 Hz. Suppose if you load with the tuning fork A with wax, then its frequency will reduce. Why? Because moment of inertia will increase, number of vibrations will decrease. So initially, suppose if it gives the 230 Hz, now it gives only 229 Hz, 229 or 228 or 227 Hz or 226 Hz or 225 Hz and so on, like this. Its frequency will reduce. Now let us consider, you assume the frequency of tuning fork B is, the frequency of tuning fork B is 234 Hz. Assume like this. So it is 234 Hz. So after loading, this tuning fork A produces 229 beats. What is the difference between these two? 234 minus 229, that is 5 beats. 5 beats. Suppose it is giving 228 Hz, 228 vibrations per second. If you vibrate these two, 6 beats, means beats are increasing. Beats are increasing. But here apparent beats are decreasing. Apparent beats are, initially it is giving 4 beats, now after loading it is giving only 2 beats. So this option is not correct. So 234 is not correct. Suppose you assume the frequency of tuning fork B is 226 Hz, for example. Now for tuning fork A, after loading, it is giving 229 Hz. 229 minus 226, 229 minus 226, 3 beats. 3 beats per second. Suppose it is giving 228 Hz. So means 228 vibrations per second. Now you can check it. So 228 minus 226, 2 beats. 2 beats per second satisfied. 2 beats per second satisfied. Means now what is the frequency of tuning fork B? Means 226 is correct, not 234. So answer is 226. This we will say like this. Suppose two tuning forks are vibrated together, you are getting beat frequency delta n. If known frequency is loaded, and the number of beats are less than the original beats, then delta n dash is less than delta n, then the frequency of unknown tuning fork NB is equal to NA. NA is this one. So NA minus delta n. NB is equal to NA minus delta n. Like this you have to write. Okay. Right.